Alrighty guys, so for those who have been watching my channel for quite some time, you guys know that I talk about video gear a lot. Like, especially ever since I first started on my YouTube channel, I started off using a 2013, Acer Aspire laptop web camera. That was my main camera, and then from there I moved on to a old Canon camcorder. It wasn't super old, it was like a little bit, new, especially like 2006, 2007. And then from there, I went to my smartphone, and my smartphone is when I actually first started to vlog. And then from there, I finally got my very first DSLR, which can do video, which was the Canon ES300V, pretty good camera. And then from there, we got the Sony a6000, which is the camera that I really took the time to learn how to shoot cinematic video off of a cheap $300, $400 camera. And now I'm to the point where I have my first full frame camera, which can do 4K up to 120 frames per second, 8K raw, 12-bit video, and it's just impressive just to see, my timeline for the type of video gear that I've had. But since we're kind of talking about cameras today, there is something that I really want to bring up, especially I guess in this new year of 2021. Especially we see everyone having like the new fancy cameras, like me having the R5, Marquez having like red 8K helium cameras, and then obviously now we're having like newer, better cameras like Sony a7S III and so many other great cameras that have come out recently. But I kind of want to take it back into the past a little bit, kind of bring some stuff back. And me and my dad over the past few weeks, we've actually been cleaning up our garage. And while we were cleaning up our garage, we found some stuff that I don't think we would have ever found if we weren't cleaning our garage. And I remember my dad was super happy when we found this particular item, and I was just shocked because even I had never seen this camera before. So the camera that I'm going to show you guys is right here. This thing, literally just on camera itself, it looks so big. So this camera right here, you guys, is actually, I believe it's my dad's very first video camera. My dad, I believe, originally had like a Nikon and a Kodak camera as his very first photo cameras. But as a very first video camera, this is what my dad started out with. So again, I started out with a webcam from my laptop. This is what my dad started out with. He started out with this. So this right here, this is the Canon ES300V. If you guys go and look up this camera on Canon's website, literally this camera is placed within a particular forum known as the Canon Camera Museum. Like literally it's so old that literally it's already within like the museum placement of Canon's website. And then also an amazing thing that I never even knew about this camera is that also it has like a whole flip out monitor. So if you guys see right here, there's like this little button that you have to press, and as soon as you press that button, that's when the viewfinder opens up. You guys can just like see like how small the monitor is compared to this entire gigantic flip out thing. And also you can have it right here. So pretty much you can actually turn this camera into a vlog camera. So that's what this video is about, you guys. So pretty much I'm gonna see if a 23 to 24-year-old camera can be a good vlogging camera. So pretty much I'm gonna be toggling the switch right here. So let's see. Alrighty, so that means that the camera is on. Let's see if anything happens. Oh, there it is. Okay, we can hear stuff happening. There it is. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. So this is pretty much the wideness it can get, especially me holding it like arm's length, as you guys can see right here. This is pretty much how it looks. So obviously for you guys, I'm gonna be testing out how good this camera can do while vlogging. So let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so right now we're vlogging with the Canon ES300V. Let me know how it looks. Alrighty guys, so you saw that whole entire segment of it being filmed on the Canon ES300V. It is honestly crazy of the type of quality we kind of got back in the day. And also just to see that aspect ratio. We recorded some of that 4:3 video aspect ratio, and it just looks so good. The only thing just about this camera is that I wish it had a menu system, so that way I can go and change, you know, things like the frame rate, shutter speed, ISO. I wish it had more manual modes, but everything on this camera is automatic. So the frame rate is automatic, the shutter is automatic, the aperture is automatic. Like everything in this camera is pretty much auto. There's no manual on this camera. But for beginners and noobs out there that don't really know how to work with cameras, that's perfect for them, since they don't really have to go metal with it, and they just know that they're gonna get some really nice, high quality, decent video. Again, it's not the highest quality, since, you know, obviously I'm shooting on a 4K camera right here. But just to think that I'm shooting on this old like 480p 720 camera is just honestly crazy. So honestly, for those who want to get into vlogging, maybe even do a lot of retro videos, since I know that's kind of becoming a thing nowadays. I know like a lot of creators out there are starting to use a lot more older cameras to get more of a retro look. So if you're someone like that who wants to get more of a retro look, check out this camera. I mean, it's super old. I'm pretty sure you can buy it on eBay for like 50 bucks. And yeah, guys, so pretty much this was just like a little fun video that I wanted to share with you guys. I know, obviously, I'm just kind of coming out with some content for y'all, but I think this was honestly a pretty cool test just to see some of these super old cameras, like, you know, 23-year-old cameras, you know, 30-year-old cameras just still working to this day. And let me know if you guys want me to make more videos, like either about this or some of like even older cameras than this. I think that'll be like a really cool series, just to kind of like test out with super old cameras and just like see the look of that comparing to the look of like a new camera, like what I'm shooting with right now, the Canon EOS R5. And yeah, and honestly, it's so impressive that ever since back in the day, we've still been shooting on Canon, even though, you know, we bought ourselves that Sony a6000. But besides the a6000, we've primarily had Canon cameras. We've had this camera, we've had the Canon EOS 50D, we've had a Canon Vixia camcorder, we've had the Canon EOS 70D, and now we're all the way to the Canon EOS R5. So just to compare the footage from a 1998 camera and comparing the footage from a 2020 camera, honestly incredible. So that's gonna do for us. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.